merging to the limited eternity of the Supreme Absolute, all present there became silent like birds at the end of the sea, or purpose of the path. To enter into, or to become merged into the unlimited eternity of the Supreme Absolute means to enter the original home of the living being. Living beings are all component parts and parcels of the fluid personality of God, and therefore the eternal relationship between as the servitor and self. The Lord is served by all his parts and parcels as the complete machine is served by its parts and parcels. Any part of the machine removed from the whole is no longer important. Similarly, any part and parcel of the fluid that comes from the service of the Lord is useless. The living beings who are in the material world are all disintegrated parts and parcels of the supreme whole, and they are no longer as important as the original parts and parcels. There are, however, more integrated living beings who are eternally liberated. The material energy of the law or the Shakti are the superintendent of the prison house, excerpt of the disintegrated parts and parcels, and thus they undergo a conditioned life under the laws of nature. When the living being becomes conscious of this fact, it tries to go back home, back to body, and thus reach those earths of the living being to be. The spiritual earth is called Brahma Jignasa, inquiry about Brahman. Principally, this Brahma Jignasa is successful by knowledge, renunciation, and devotional service of the Lord. Jnana or knowledge means to know everything of Brahman. The supreme renunciation means detachment of the material affection, and devotional service is the revival by practice of the original position of the living being. The successful living beings who are eligible to enter into the realm of the fluid are called the jnanis, the yogis, and bhaktas. The jnanis and yogis enter into the impersonal rays of the Supreme, but the bhaktas enter into the spiritual planets known as Vaikuntha. In the spiritual planets, the Supreme Lord of Narayana predominates, and the healthy, unconditioned living beings live there by rendering loving service to the Lord in the capacity of sovereign, brain, reign, and pianist. There, the unconditioned living beings enjoy life in full freedom with the Lord, whereas the impersonal is jnani and yogi entering the impersonal glowing effulgence of the Vaikuntha planet. The Vaikuntha planets are also illuminating like the sun, and the rays of the Vaikuntha planets are called Brahma Jyoti. Brahma Jyoti is spread unlimitedly, and the material world is but a covered portion of an insignificant part of the same Brahma Jyoti. This covering is temporary, and therefore it is a part of illusion. Vismade, as the devotee of the Lord, entered the spiritual realm in one of the Vaikuntha planets where the Lord in his eternal form of Parthasarati predominates over the unconditional living beings was completely engaged in the service of the Lord. Love and affection, which bind love and devotee, are exhibited in the face of the Spirit. Nityadev never forgot to love in his constant teacher at Parthasarati, and the Lord was present personally before Nityadev while he was passing through the transmitted world that is eyed for his life. Srimad Bhagavatam, Satyan Satyasman, Satyato. Sansatyaman Sajna, Nisman Brahmani Stali Sarthi, Bahusti Putni, Sayanti Bo. Knowing that with Nadir and not into the unlimited eternity of the Supreme Local present there, it is silent like moth at the end of the cave. Nismade was a pure devotee, therefore, at the time of his passing away, of leaving this body, he could have the darshan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He achieved the highest perfection of life. Ah, yesterday, I told him, what is the purpose of this human life? In all Vedic literatures, especially in Srimad Bhagavatam, which is different from Krishna, stated that Labdhva Sugulavavidam Bhausambhavanti Mansamarthadamanityamapi Vira Purnam Patidam Gatidam Kudavat Nistraya Saya Visaya Phalsabhatvasya. Stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto. After undergoing so many species of life in so many different planetary systems and masses, one achieves this rare form of life, this human form. It is Mansyamaphyamanithyamapiya. It is anitya. It will never go on forever. This human form of life is temporary, but it is arthada. That means in its very form of life will achieve this paramartha. Paramartha, yesterday I told you, there's this Krishna Bhakti, Prem Bhakti. In other words, we may say a loving transcendental service to love. Therefore, one who is an intelligent person, he should try practice in this very form of life. He should not engage in activities of sense gratification. Urnam patidam tatidam mattudavat nisraya saya visaya prasarpatrasya. Steady. As long as this human form, human body is there, the intelligent person should endure it. Try his best how he can have this paramartha, Krishna Bhakti. It's not run up there. This material enjoyment of sense gratification. That is foolishness. Because this material enjoyment of the sense gratification is available everywhere. Any form of life, any planetary system. Aya Visvaya Phalas Sarpatrasya. It's available everywhere. Sarpatra means everywhere. Without any endurance. Also stated, Sukam Indrakam. Sukam Indrakam Ragan Swargi Narakayavato. Dehinam Jatjata Dukam. Tasman Netchati Tadabudha. That's also stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto. Abadmuta Jaduradana Sambhava. Abadut says to Jadurajan. Sukam Indrakam Ragan Swargi Narakayavato. Dehinam Jatjata Dukam. Tasman Netchati Tadabudha. Indriya Sukha. The sense gratification, sense pleasure, is available in the heavenly planets Swarga as well as in Naraka, in the hell. Swarga Naraka Evato. Dehinam Tattva Dukam. Tasman Netchati Tadbuddha. One is Buddha, it means Jnani. One who knows this Tattva, Vata Vijnan, Atma Vijnan, the science of the soul, science of God. He never runs away. He knows they not Jattata Dukham. As the Dukha, unhappiness, or misery comes without endurance. So you don't want it. Don't aspire for it till it comes. Similarly, if one pleasure, material pleasure, it comes automatically. Foolish person tries. So repeatedly it is said in the Shastra. The Srimad Bhagavatam is the essence of all Vedic literature. In 7th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam, Prabhupada Maharaj also quite dispensing. Sarvatra labhyate toivat tatha dukkham tadukku. Allah Maharaj. Sarvatra labhyate toivat. It's available everywhere. Tatha dukkham tadukku. As the dukkha, madness, misery comes without any effort. Similarly, with the sense pleasure, little pleasure, it escapes without any pleasure, without any effort in this material world. But the conditioned souls, those who have forgotten the true soul, forgotten God, they have come here, they have conditioned with the material nature, they have developed the heart buddhi. The heart buddhi means thinking this body is the self. So they are inquiring what is the necessity, what are the necessities of this body. They are not inquiring about the necessity of the self. Therefore, it is stated here that when the living being becomes conscious of this fact, he tries to go back, moving back to body, and thus the spiritual order of the living being begins. Spiritual order is called Brahma Jnana, inquiry into the Brahman. So, we should inquire. The conditioned souls are inquiring about ahara nidra bhoy vaitu. Ahara nidra bhoy vaitu. What will they eat? Nidra, have to sleep nicely. Boy, have to protect themselves. Fearless, have to become fearless. And vaitu means the sexual life. This is the need of this material body. They are inquiring about it. But those who are saying this the rare form of life, this human form of life, they should not inquire about it. Swami says in Naimisharanyam. So he says as an advice, Salmaka. Anusya Nindrapir Lava Jivi Padavata. Jivasya Tattva Jigyasa Natmavasteha Karmabhi. Don't inquire about this indra-priti, about this self pleasure, material pleasure. That's not the inquiry for a human being. Anasya Nindrapiti Lava Jivi Padavata. You live, you survive. Why you survive? Why you live? That's the question. Only to enjoy this material nature, to have this material pleasure. Labhajivi Padavata, no, that's not the purpose. Labhajivi Padavata, you should live. You should survive for the highest benefit. Labhajivi Padavata, Jivasya Tattva Jigyasa, Natmavasteha Karmabhi. You should inquire about the tattva, which is known as Brahma Jigyasa. Jivasya Tattva Jigyasa, Natmavasteha Karmabhi. One should inquire about the true identity. Bhagavad Tattva, Atma Tattva, is known as Brahma Jigyasa. All their activities, Natmavasteha Karmabhi, all their activities here, in this material world, would center around this Tattva Vidya. That is the work of an intelligent man. And Sanatana Goswami met the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You might have known some in the name of Sanatana Goswami. Sanatana Goswami, the great learned scholar. He was also a minister in Bhadsha's school. Very highly developed consciousness, person of highly developed consciousness. Still, when he made the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, আমি কে? এনে মরে যারে তাপস কয়। Who am I? Why am I lifted by the spirit of adhyatmic, adhidaivic, adhibhautic? Why am I put in this miserable condition of material life? That is intelligent man's work. Uh, all are suffering in this material world, undergoing and the cycle of birth and death, involving in the cycle of birth and death, and they are suffering from this old age, disease, janma, mrityu, birth, death. So, they are not inquiring about true self, self, the Brahmatattva or Atmatattva Jignasa. They are not doing that. This is a type of, I would say, very, very, it's a great type of man. Krishna, as a well-wisher friend, through the Srila, he says this thing, he teaches this thing to the Shastra. An intelligent man takes this lesson. As Krishna is our well-wisher friend, he's always trying to give him this lesson, to revive this true consciousness. But those who have forgotten Krishna, who were conditioned by material nature, those who are trying to learn over this material nature, indirectly they have been upset. In Maya Shakti, the material nature is known as Maya Shakti. Maya Shakti giving them lashes. Prakriti moving Srila. This Prakriti, material nature, Maya Shakti is outwardly enchanting. And we are attracted, conditioned souls are attracted to her, thinking her to be an enjoyable object. But as soon as you come in contact with that Maya Shakti, it gives you lashes. You are put into all sorts of miserable conditions of life. As long as you are not conscious of your thought or you are not turning your vision towards the Supreme Lord and Krishna, Maya Shakti is giving you more severe losses. In other words, in the words of my Guru Maharaj, Maya is doing a thankless job. Severe losses, they makes you turn your face towards Krishna. And if the someone has fire in his head first, what will he do? He'll just shout, water, 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 where is water? When one is very much lifted by this in the spiritual condition, in the material plane, he must inquire about this Brahma Jigyasa, about self and God. He'll be very, very eager to know about. So, we can inquire, that is, who will give us proper answer to our inquiry. To know this. Tasmat Gurum Prapaddit Jigyasu Sreyuttamam Sapte Prapadesanisnato Brahmanya Pashamase. It's stated in about the 11th canto. So one should approach a Punakvite spiritual master will give proper answer to his inquiry. It's permanent. तस्मात् परं प्रपद्यत जिज्ञासु श्रेयोत्तमं प्राप्य ब्रह्मीतनिष्णातो ब्रह्मण्यापशमाश्रयम्. I think read that simple master. Sapya Brahmita with a spark, the Sapta Brahma, this basically teaches You know, the tattva of the Vedas, Vedic literature is very, very expert. Sabda Brahmeshan is that. Brahmane Prasamasayam. He knows how to work. There are three tattvas. Isha tattva, Jiva tattva, Shakti tattva, or Maya tattva. There are three tattvas. One knows it very well. Tattva drashta, tattva jnana. Every spiritual master. One should approach such a spiritual master and inquire about this purpose. Brahmani Pasamasayam is never disturbed here in this material world. Those who are ignorant fools, those who do not know this tattva, they are disturbed in every state. Yes, Prabhupada says, principally, this Brahma Jignasa is successful by knowledge, renunciation, and devotional practice of the law. Devotional service or bhakti, that is the highest. The combination of jnana is bhakti. So, one who achieves the stage of bhakti, he achieves the height. One should not think that a bhakta or a devotee is devoid of jnana. Because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Sarveda Vedi Amni Pavidya. Vedanta means Vedavista Aham. Veda means knowledge, jnana. And Sarveda Vedi Amni Pavidya. I am the ultimate truth in all Vedic literature. One who knows me, he knows all jnana of Vedic truth. There are some Vedavadi, so-called Vedavadi. They think themselves to be very, very learned in Vedic literature, but they don't know Krishna. They discuss Veda without Krishna. They say there is no Krishna in Veda. They are in the work of my Guru Maharaj. They are just leaking the outside of the honey butter. The Veda is like a honey butter. They are just leaking the outside of the honey butter. They have no capacity to open the cork, enter into the bottle, and test the real honey, which is the essence of all Vedic, which is the ultimate truth in all Vedic knowledge. Is Krishna. I don't know. Krishna is Sachidananda. Krishna is all pleasurable. When not Krishna, he is in a pleasurable state, happy state. But those people, though they pose themselves to be very, very learned in Vedas, still they are disturbed in this material world. They are suffering. Why? Because they don't know Krishna. If you do Vedic study without knowing Krishna, that will give you misery. Therefore, they are in the miserable condition. It's also stated in 11th canto. Gandadahang asatim sabhakyang eham paradhinam asapradanta Vitam Totiki Tutamangaladharan Yinam Mayagachati Tukhaduchi. It is stated in Srimad 11th canto, which means Gang Dubdadahang Asatim Sabhakyang. You have kept a vow, but it doesn't give milk. Then, if you keep such a cow, you will be troubled. Asatim Sabhakyang. You have a wife, but she is assertive, unchecked. Then people love it. Ganpadadahang asatim sabhakyam teham paradhinam osat prajancha. You don't know how to maintain this body. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Bhakta, Bhakta Mahatma. I am Bhakta. I am the maintainer. Sambhara. is maintaining the whole universe. It supplies the needs of the all kinds of living entities. The foolish person doesn't know it. So, to maintain this body, it goes to put on a good job. Yeah. As for example, people are serving under government offices in government offices. Why? Maintain their body. The government have the and people who are in administration, they are ignorant fools. They are not Krishna conscious person. They don't know the truth. So they are known as Krupan Durja. For the maintenance of body, they are serving those people. They don't know Krishna is the Vishwambara, Krishna is Bhakta, Krishna is maintaining, he is the maintainer. Why to serve a Krupana Durja? For the maintenance of body, if you serve a Krupana Durja, Deham Paradhinam. His body is under Paradhinam, is under him. You will get trouble with it. Deham Paradhinam. That is the one is to do. That's Maya's what? Nyote Anoya iti Maya. What's Maya? Nyote Anoya iti Maya. One who covers up your real identity, who deludes you, who creates hindrances to go to Krishna. That's Maya. Anyhow, we have been enchanted towards Maya. Maya's outward feature is very, very enchanting. Prakruting mohining sritaha. Bhagavad Gita says. Prakruting mohining sritaha. Prakriti, middle nature, Maya Shakti is very, very enchanting outwardly. But if you come in contact with her, then you realize she'll give you lessons. All right, you have come to my fold. You want to enjoy me. All right, you enjoy. At the same time, take this and the lessons. That is my. As for example, if a very effulgent light in front, there are so many insects run. They think it's a very nice thing, a thing of enjoyment, will enjoy it. As soon as they come in contact with that light, what happened to them? They all, but very strange. That's the Maya's what? Outward enchantment. So anyhow we have been enchanted, anyhow we have fallen, we have forgotten our real identity, we have forgotten our real relationship. That Krishna is a Krupamoy. Sarvudang Sarvabhutanam. Krishna says this thing in Bhagavad Gita. I am the only Sarvuda, only well-wishing friend, well-wisher friend. So, Brahmanda Brahmite Kon Bhagyavan Jiva. Guru Krishna Krupate Paye Bhakti Lata. After traveling in so many universes, in so many planetary systems, in so many species of life, anyhow, one who is fortunate, one who has any Ajnata Sukruti, he comes to this path of devotion. Brahmanda Brahmite Kon Bhagyavan Jivo. Guru Krishna Krupate Paye Bhakti Lata. By the mercy of Guru and Krishna, he comes to this path of devotional service when this relationship is established. Anyhow, we come in contact of Srila Prabhupada, who is a representative of Krishna, of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, he revived that consciousness, that lost, that we had forgotten, that we are related eternally to Krishna. So he is so merciful that he established that relationship with Krishna. Isn't it? Who had established that relationship with Krishna? That's our Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada. is so merciful. দীক্ষা কালে ভক্ত করে আত্মনিবেদন, সেই কালে কৃষ্ণ তারে করে আত্মসম। We all belong to Krishna. একল ঈশ্বর কৃষ্ণ আর সৌভৃত্য, জীবের স্বরূপ হয় কৃষ্ণের নিত্য দাস। This is our real identity, that we are eternal servants of Krishna. Anyhow, we have forgotten. We had forgotten it. We have fallen into this material conditional life, material world. So, the merciful spiritual master, he is so merciful that he revived that consciousness. He re-established that relationship again. Guru Krishna Kripate Pai Bhakti Lata Vijo Brahmanda Brahmiti Kon Bhagyo Anajivo. Guru Krishna Kripate Pai Bhakti Lata Vijo. He established that relationship with Krishna. So we are related. We have revived that consciousness within. The Sanatana Dharma, this eternal religion, says Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The whole world is one family. When everyone here will realize this thing, that we all belong to Krishna, we are eternally related to Krishna, we are eternal servants of Krishna, and Krishna is our supreme Father. And there is one family. That Maya is so strong. House. So, of this relation, that any fortunate man, he kicks Maya. Anyhow, he comes out of the clutches of Maya by the mercy of Guru Krishna Kripa, mercy of Guru Krishna. Then, spiritual master re-establishes that relationship. He revives this consciousness. Therefore, we are related to Krishna. Saito Samundi Samundhamor. We have only one. We are all related. We are all related. We all belong to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srila Prabhupada. We have only relation, one relationship. Prabhupada is so merciful. Anyhow, দীক্ষা কালে ভক্ত করে আত্মনিবেদন, সেই কালে কৃষ্ণ তারে করে আত্মসম। We have forgotten Krishna. And Guru's business is that so merciful. He picks up these forgotten souls and he takes back to Krishna. Guru, the spiritual master, is very dear to Krishna. Antaram, intimate friend, intimate, is very dear. What he says, Krishna will listen. Krishna will never listen to anybody else. If you go to Krishna and approach Krishna, I am yours. Who are you? I don't know you. Get out. I don't know you. Because you have forgotten Krishna. Not because that Krishna has forgotten you. But Krishna will never accept you directly. Unless he is intimate. Friend. Spiritual master is very, very intimate. Anturo. Confidential associate. Unless he says, unless he takes you there, Krishna will never accept. You cannot approach also. You cannot go there also. দীক্ষা কালে ভক্ত করে আত্মনিবেদন, সেই কালে কৃষ্ণ তারে করে আত্মসম। When you accept the lotus feet of spiritual master, Diksha. What is Diksha? What's the definition of Diksha? Initiation, but what says purport? What says the significance? Nobody, very few know it. Rupa Goswami, Jiva Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, the Goswamis, they have given definition. Diksha, Jyote, Kyote. One thing is given, another thing is destroyed. Diote, Kyote, Diksha. You should know this, the Sanskrit. You can understand. Krishna will make you understand because you are devotees of Krishna. Krishna is in everyone's heart. Those are very dear devotees. Tesangeva anukampartam aham jnanajanta nashayami atmabhavasta jnanadipena bhasvat. Krishna says this thing in Bhagavad Gita, 10th chapter. Those who are engaged in my loving transcendental service, those are doing my bhajan, priti purvak bhajan, out of love, they are doing my bhajan, they are attached to me, devoted to me. So Krishna in everyone's heart as Paramatma is there, he promises. He dispels this darkness of ignorance and enkindles Jnana Deep, the lamp of knowledge. So Krishna can prompt, Krishna can inspire you, but I am saying you can understand. I have some difficulty. I may be accused. If you cannot understand, but Krishna will help you, I think. Diksha diyote khiyote. One thing is given, another thing is destroyed. Khiyote means destroyed. What is given? Divya jnanam jatotadya. Tasmat papasya sankheyam. Viksheti sa prakta. Desikei tattva kodidei. Jiva Goswami has said this. They are authorities. We are their followers. But the previous acharyas, we just say that it is not our own concoction. Ibum parampara praptam, isn't it? We are the followers of the Mahabharata, the acharyas. Divya jnanam jatutadyat. Tasma pavrasya sankhayam. Dikshati sa prokta. Desikei tattva kovidei. Tattva kovida. The pandits, the bona fide acharyas, doesn't know this tattva. You know the word tattva? This common word you might. In Bhagavad Gita, this word is frequently used. Evam jo veti tattvato tekpadeham punarjanmanayati samangiti arjuna. Itamang nabhijanati tattena tatyandite. Tadama tattva gyanta pravisante tadanantaram. So many times this word is repeated there. Unless no means tattva, in essence, he'll fall down. Visati, Jevanti will fall down. Unless no Krishna in tattva. There is no apparent consideration. There are two considerations. One is apparent, another is absolute. Apparent consideration, apat vichar, we say in Sanskrit. Apat vichar, apparent consideration. Another is tattva vichar, absolute consideration. Our business is tattva vichar, not apparent. So Krishna says, itimang nabhijanati tattena atatya vantite. If you don't know me in tattva, you will fall down. Janma karma chame divyam evam jo veti tattvata. Tekpadeham punarjanmanayati samangeti arjuna. My appearance, my birth, my activities, my attributes, everything, it is transcendental, aprakrita, divya. It's not material. When one knows it in tattva, he goes to me after living this body. Tatamam tattva jnanpa visati tadanantaram. When you know me in tattva, then you are eligible to enter into my kingdom. Otherwise, tattva kovidi. Diksheti sa proktaha. Desikei tattva kovidi. Tattva kovido. Tattva acharya, tattva vid. No tattva. They say like this. What dikhya? Divya jnanam jatutadyat. Tasma papasya sankhayam. Diksheti sa proktaha. Desikei tattva kovidi. That's performance is called diksha when this divya jnana, samandha jnana is given. Your relationship with Krishna is established. You understand? Samandha jnana, the knowledge of relationship with Krishna, that is given at that time when devotee surrenders himself at the lotus feet of the spiritual master. He establishes your relationship, eternal relation that you have forgotten with Krishna. Divya jnana madhyat. Then what is destroyed? Tasmat papasya sankhayam. Thereby, the reactions of sinful activities is destroyed. One thing is given, another thing is destroyed. Giyote, chiyote. That is called diksha. That's clear? So he has established our relationship with Krishna. They're all related to Krishna. So we belong to her. Amen.
Possible that after initiation, obviously, past sinful reactions are destroyed.
Yeah.
One receives initiation with some connection
With the Krishna.
Maharaj. Is it possible that some new type of
Now, one thing is that when you accept the lotus feet of Guru, you accept Guru, and Guru accepts you. Then say, thereby he established the relationship with Krishna. Then papasya sankhayam, the acts of sinful activity must be destroyed. But your business is that you should follow your Guru, instruction of Guru, unallied. Unallied devotion must be there. What we follow? We can't teach. Unallied devotion must be there. You should not deviate Guru at any circumstance. Should not concoct anything. You understand? You should be an unalloyed follower of the Guru, the instruction of Guru. Guru's business is very important. It's Guru, is not Laghu. And at the same time, the Shishya's responsibility is there. Disciples' responsibility is there. Guru has very heavy responsibility because he takes you. Krishna. We are very, very sinful persons and so many lives we have committed, so many sins. So phalam padito. Out of mercy, causeless mercy, picks us up and takes there. It's a very heavy responsibility. Therefore, it's called Guru. Is not Labhu. Guru means very heavy. Therefore, Shastra says, Acharyam Mangvijanyam Navamanyet Karichis. Namartyabhyasuyata Sarvadevamaya Guru. You should not think your Guru as an ordinary mortal being, an ordinary human being, not Manyet Karichis. Because they represent Mang. Acharyam Mangvijanyam is my representative, not Prakash. We always chant in our Guru Bhastava, Sakhyat Dharitena Samasta Sastri, Uttastata Bhavyataiva Sadari, Kintu Prabarjo Priyoiva Tasya Bandi Guru Sri Charana. Every day we chant it, isn't it? Sakhyat Hari. Is Sakhyat Hari. It is stated Samasta Sastri. It's the conclusion, Siddhanta of all Shastras, Vedic Shastras. So, Guru is known as Astra Vigraha. We say this term is there, terminology. Astra Vigraha. Krishna is a Visha Vigraha. Krishna is a Visha Vigraha and Guru is Astra Vigraha. That means ultimate resort is Krishna, lotus feet of Krishna. But we cannot approach Krishna directly. We want some medium, Asra. You understand? As a tender, Lata, do you mean tender? Creeper. Creeper wants some rest, some support to go up. So Guru, we cannot go directly to Krishna, Asra Vigraha. So Guru is Asra Vigraha. Under the help of Guru, you understand? We can go there. Therefore, it's Visha Vigraha and Gurudeva is Asra Vigraha. Both are in the same platform. You understand? We are eternal servants of Krishna. Krishna is a Sachidananda. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha. He is in Sachidananda platform. He is in transcendental platform. We are in the material platform. Isn't it? How can we serve Krishna? We have this material body. Isn't it? We are in material platform. Where is Krishna? Where are we? How can we serve Krishna? Unless we are elevated to that platform. Isn't it? This is a question. Our all activities are material activity. It's not transcendental. It's not Krishna's activity. It's not service to Krishna. So how can we serve Krishna unless we are elevated to that platform. That's Guru's business. Guru does it. Guru elevates it. Guru takes you there. Juptasya bhaktansya nijunjotopi. That's it. Gurubhastaka, it is also there, isn't it? Juptasya bhaktansya nijunjotopi. He engages, Gurudeva engages you in the service of Krishna. You understand? So, দীক্ষা কালে ভক্ত করি আত্মনিবেদন, সেই কালে কৃষ্ণ তারে করে আত্মসম। সেই দেহ তার চিদানন্দময়, চিদানন্দ দেহে কৃষ্ণের চরণ সেবয়। This is stated. Anyway, take shelter at the lotus feet, accept the lotus feet of Guru, spiritual master. Then at that time, the spiritual master takes you there, and Krishna accepts you. Oh, he has forgotten, now he has come, my continuing associate, Prati, and he says, Krishna, please accept. This is Guru's business. Krishna, please accept. Unless Guru says Krishna will never accept you. No. Never be accepted by Krishna. Krishna hears his confidential associates, what he says. Then Krishna says, সেই কালে কৃষ্ণ করি আত্মসম, সেই দেহ করি তার চিদানন্দময়, চিদানন্দ দেহে কৃষ্ণের চরণ। Then your body, when you are engaged under the guidance of the spiritual master, service of Krishna, then his body transforms. The mental body transforms in your spiritual body. Because Krishna's activities are spiritual, not material. Then you can serve Krishna.
What should we say?
I am not finished this point. I am not finished. So, this is business of Guru, and Shishya's business, disciples' business is he should be very strictly following the rules, regulations, the instruction of Guru. Guru Mukha Padmakya Chityate Koya Oikyo are Nahuri Muni Hasha. But Gurudeva has said, you should do it scrupulously, without concocting, without adding something there to it, and adding your own things. No. Whatever Guru has said, you follow it as it is. And that's the Shishya's business. Unalloyed devotion, Eikantik. Well, that's Shishya's business. So one must be a true Shishya, true disciple. In any circumstances, I say, should not be deviate from the instruction of my Guru. That's one must be very, very careful. Then your reactions are sinful activity. That's trouble. If you deviate Guru's instruction, you do something your own, concocting something your own, then this cannot be done. You commit an offense at the lotus feet of Guru, Guru Bhaparat. So, Gurudev, we must think Gurudev as the representative, the Prakash of Bhagavan, Krishna. That's one should not cherish this idea in place in the mind. And we think we are so degraded souls, we have so many weaknesses. Our mind is very wicked. Dushtamana. Mind is very wicked, isn't it? Monotony boro dushta. Your mind, you are very wicked. You have so many things. You are cherishing so many thoughts that's coming into the mind. Sometimes I think, oh, it is said. Gurudev, the spiritual master, one should not think of spiritual master in ordinary mood. How is it? Is Gurudev not eating? Is not sleeping? Is not passing stone? Is not doing that thing? Sometimes he falls ill. It's just like us. How is it? How can we think that he is not an ordinary mortal being? Isn't it? This wicked mind sometimes thinks like. Do you follow? Don't cherish this thing in your mind. Drive it out from its mind. If someone thinks like that about his Gurudev, spiritual master, then he cannot be your Guru. He cannot be your Guru. Because you are trying to measure him, to calculate him. Isn't it? By your measuring rod. How can he be your Guru? That's the question. How can he be your Guru? You are trying to measure him. calculate him through your measuring rod. That's what it said. Navamannet karichit namatyabdhasuyatu sarvadevamaya. We cannot see Guru, we cannot know Guru unless we get the mercy of Guru. And I give my Guru. You can see Guru, you can see a Vaishnava, you can see God, Lord Krishna, not like this eye. You follow me? That is the business of Shishya, disciples. As Guru has Guru, heavy responsibility, similarly Shishya has this responsibility. People just follow it. Then all your sinful reactions destroy that. And follow it. And just a very easy process, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu process, chanting his name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Mahaprabhu was given very easy method. By chanting this Harinam, holy name of Krishna, offenselessly, you'll get Krishna. Niraparade naam loile pae premo dhon. Niraparade naam loile pae premo dhon. Mukshapothe jiva pae Krishna premo dhon. This will give you Krishna prem, which is the ultimate purpose of this human life. In other form of life, it cannot be obtained. This Krishna prem, Brahma durlabha prem. Brahmaji has not received this prem, which you can get in this human form of life. Brahma, Shiva, all the demigods, they are spared to take birth in human species because it's very easy to get this prem. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the Guru that comes in this disciplic succession of cousins mercy has given us this method chanting Hare Krishna. So we chant, offenselessly, we can get that Krishna. We can eliminate that stage of pain. But one thing is there. You should follow strictly the instruction. You should not commit any offenses. Then you'll bend out with such quality, such vision. Then you can know Krishna, you can know your spiritual master, you can know the sadhu and Vaishnavas. Otherwise it is not. This is the responsibility of the Shishya. Shishya should be a true follower. Aikantik. That's known as Aikantik. Three things are required. Srota, Drota, Aikantik. Three things are required to make advancement in this path, spiritual path. Srota, Drota, Aikantik. Srota means simplicity. Simplicity. Be very simple. There should be no crookedness, no pretenses. Nirmastran satam vedyam. That is stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Nirmastran satam vedyam. Nirmatsara. Nirmatsara means which is not envious. Which is not envious. That is nirmatsara. চৈতন্য চরিত্র দৃঢ় শ্রদ্ধা করে মাশ্চর্য ছাড়িয়া ভাই মুখে বলো হরি হরি. কবিরাজ গোস্বামী writes in this way. মাশ্চর্য ছাড়িয়া ভাই মুখে বলো হরি হরি. Give up মাশ্চর্য. Give up this enviousness. And chant Hari 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 Hare Krishna. This first important thing. There is no question of masterya. Nirmasrana sadam vidyam. Sadam means devotee who is not mastsara, who is not envious. We can understand it. All right. This first thing, deep simple, very simple. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, who is the spiritual master, mind spiritual master, our grand guru, he says one thing. It is better to remain in the species of life, birds and insects or lower animals. Don't be mastsara. Understand? Sarvatani Vaishnava. Simplicity is Vaishnava. Understand? What very strong thing he says. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. It is better to remain in the species of birds and insects or lower animals rather than take to this masterjya path. You understand? No, this is not Vaishnava. First thing is that sorrow. Then Drudata, then Vaikantyata. Drudata means firm determination. Huh? Drudata, firm determination. In this life, I must do this. I must get. You understand? Where? In this path, I must tread this path of devotional service, strictly follow the rules, regulations, instruction of Guru, and I must serve the Lord of I must not deviate from any circumstance. Firm determination. In any circumstance, Maya is trying, so many elements are there to try. They are trying to break your determination. You understand? At every moment. This is a very horrible place. This material world is a very, very horrible place. What the Siddhanta also Goswami say. This material world is such a horrible place. It's not at all a fit place for any gentleman to live. Such a place. Pade pade vipada. Every step there is danger. Such a. But one must take shelter. The lotus feet of Krishna. He need not be afraid. He need not be. There is no question of fearfulness. It is Abhoya Charana Arvinda. Abhoya Charana Arvinda. Abhoya means no fear. That lotus feet, there is no fear. One is taking shelter. So not be afraid of any situation. So, Dhrudata. So many elements are there. Maya Shakti is there. Kali Juga is there. So many things are there. They are trying to break your determination. But in any circumstance, you smile. Then third thing is unalliedness. I can't do that. Unalliedness. We follow. Let me give you an example. What is that unalliedness? You know Hanumanji? Hanuman is a great devotee of Lord Ramchandra, isn't it? Ram Bhakta, Ram Das, is devoted to Lord Ram. At the time of Kurukshetra battle, Lord Krishna, told Bhimsen, you go to Hanuman, invite him to come here. He will help us in this battle. Bhimsen went there, told Hanumanji, Krishna says, you please come. You will help us in the battle of Kurukshetra. He says, oh, Krishna said, I won't go. I don't know, Krishna, you get out. So Bhima came disappointed. He told Lord Krishna, oh, he refused to come. Krishna knows everything. Krishna said, what did you say? I said, Krishna says you come. You fool. Why don't you say Ram says? You go again. You go again and tell Ram says. Do you follow me? Again he went. Then says, oh, Ram says, Lord Ram says. Oh, the master said, all right, I'll go. So, immediately came. Hanuman immediately came. And saw Ram. There is no difference between Ram and Krishna. Is there any difference? No, it's none different. He saw Ram. Oh, yeah. He suddenly, right? What it was, isn't it? He had said one thing. Hanuman said, Srinathe Janaki Abheda Paramatmani Mo Jivana Sarvasva Rama Rajivalochan. You see, this is an example of unalikeness. Srinathe Janaki Abheda Paramatmani Mo Jivana Sarvasva Rama Rajivalochan. There is no difference between Srinatha and Janakinath. Srinatha means the husband of Lakshmi. Janakinath, husband of Janaki or Sita. That's between Krishna and Ram. There is no difference. Srinatha, Janakinath, Abheda, Paramatmani. What is Paramatma? So, there is no difference. Mama Jivana Sarvasva, Rama Rajivalochan. My heart, my Lord, my heart is Rama Rajivalochan. They follow? This is unalike. It's an example. These three things are there. Srodha, Dhrudata, then you make a progress in this path. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taught, my Guru Maharaj at present. This is that. So we are his followers. We just follow. Make your life successful. Make advancement in this very life. Thank you very much.